Cain had just murdered Abel, and the world described in Genesis seems almost empty. Adam and Eve are alive, Abel is dead, Cain is standing before God. Yet Cain suddenly says that whoever finds him will kill him. That fear creates an obvious question. Who exactly was Cain afraid of? The usual answer is that Genesis does not name every child born to Adam and Eve. Later, Genesis says Adam had other sons and daughters. Cain, Abel, and Seth are named because they matter to the story, not because they were the only children in the family. But that answer still leaves a problem. The other sons and daughters are mentioned after Seth, and Seth is born after Abel's death. So were all these people already alive when Cain spoke? The passage never gives a complete timeline. It moves from the murder to Cain's punishment to his exile, his wife, his son, and the building of a city. Years may pass between events that are described in only a few lines. Cain also does not say that an attacker is waiting nearby. He says that whoever finds him will kill him. His fear may be about what will happen during the long life of a wandering exile. If Adam and Eve continued having children, and their children had families of their own, Cain's relatives could eventually become a growing clan. Every new generation would inherit the story of Abel's murder. Cain would not be afraid of strangers with no connection to him, he would be afraid of his own family. And in an ancient world without courts, police, or prisons, family vengeance could become a form of justice. A murdered man's relatives might believe they had the duty to repay blood with blood. That makes God's response especially important. God does not tell Cain that no other people exist. Instead, God warns that anyone who kills Cain will face sevenfold vengeance and gives Cain a protective sign. Whatever that sign was, its purpose is clear: to stop another killing. The first murder has created the danger of a second murder, followed by another act of revenge. God's protection prevents Abel's death from beginning an endless chain of bloodshed. There is another interpretation. Some readers think the story may preserve an older tradition in which Cain already lived among a larger population. On this view, Genesis places that tradition inside the story of the first family, without answering every demographic question. That possibility explains the sudden appearance of Cain's wife, the people he fears, and the city connected with his son. But it goes beyond what Genesis explicitly says. The text never introduces a separate race of humans living outside Adam and Eve's family. Treating that idea as certain would fill a silence with something the passage does not provide. The simpler explanation stays closer to the text. Genesis is selective. Time passes quickly in the narration, and Cain fears future revenge from an expanding human family. Even this answer is not completely provable. Genesis never identifies the person Cain imagined. It never says how old Cain was, how many siblings he had, or how much time passed before he left for Nod. But the mystery may reveal something more important than a missing population count. Cain understands the world he has created. Before Abel's murder, no human killer had been named. After it, Cain immediately imagined someone doing the same thing to him. He fears other people because he now knows what people are capable of, and because the violence he introduced could return through his own family. The mark of Cain was therefore not evidence of a hidden civilization. It was a barrier against the next murder.